Well, Frank, the way I see it is that we have two ways to go about this cocktail. It's either we make it about we make it taste like a snow leopard or what a snow leopard eats or drinks, which is like water and wild animals, which doesn't really bode well for cocktail. Or we could do it kind of like people that intend to benefit to help endangered species, but then really are actually own businesses that actually destroy their inhabitants and their ability to live in the wild.
Yeah, right. The classic take on the person that donates the money to save a cause, but the way that they make their money is to destroy the cause.
Right, exactly. So maybe something that on a surface level doesn't really taste super delicious, but it's supposed to be super refined, like a martini or something. Yeah. Kind of like a martini variant.
Yeah, well, you definitely don't want it to taste like a snow leopard.
No, it tastes like a wild animal. That'd be disgusting.
Right.
Maybe even smell bad. Well, that settles it. Let's make the snow leopard. Sipulations, the cocktail show where we build a cocktail based on stipulations given to us by you, the audience. Today what we're working on is called Snow Leopard, and this is in honor of all you animal lovers, and because it is Endangered Species Month this May internationally. Alright, we get it on some sketchy website, so it has to be true. And the stipulations for this drink were that it had to have gin in it had to have olives as a garnish, and it had to be wild. What does that mean? We don't even know. Alright, so when we were trying to make this drink, we came to either two impasses. Either we need to make it taste like snow leopard, which we think is illegal, or what we could do is we could make it kind of fashion it after one of those cocktails that the snobs that claim they care about endangered species go to these big gala events and they drink a couple of these things and they think they've made a difference. So we went with the latter choice, partially because we're just basically going to make it sort of like, I guess, a wild martini. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 ounces, well actually 2.5 ounces maybe, 2 ounces, of our gin. Now we're using the Gale Rogers matcha tea infused gin. You don't have to use that gin. That's just the gin we decided. That's just the gin we have. So that's just why we use it. Then we're going to put a quarter ounce of Anisette. We don't want too much of that in there. And then a 1/2 ounce of our anchovies, which was featured in the last video. No, we're not sponsored by them. We just have it, and it gives it a pretty interesting flavor. A little spicy.
Would you call it a wild flavor?
These are our wild flavors. So Anisette, which is based on a flower that I assume grows in the wild, and then maybe it's just a wild combination. Who would think to mix these two together? You have your licorice, and then you have your spicy chili liqueur. Honestly, they don't. I know what you're thinking, and they don't taste that bad together. Now we just need to shake this. And we're going to put it in our martini glass. Yeah. So, and we're going to garnish this with some celery bitters. Really makes it kind of nice and flavorful. And then of course, our olive. Sink it in. And this is the snow leopard. Green, like most snow leopards are. Now, I assume that if you use regular gin, this will turn white. It's only green because of this. I don't think this chili liqueur has Color. I don't think it does. And the Anisette doesn't have a color, obviously. I think it's just a green bottle for the Chile Liquor. Here we go. It's very umami, right? Isn't that the word? Meaning savory. The savory flavor. Get a tinge of sweetness from the licorice. The Anisette here. Not too much that it numbs the tongue. There's a lot of alcohol in here. It's very gin forward. So if you want, you don't have to get Seagrams. You can get a higher quality gin. Probably help the flavor a little bit. But it's actually not that bad. I'd drink this. I don't know if I'd call it a Snow Leopard, but I'd drink it. Frank, do you want to try it?
Ugh. It's getting hotter and hotter in Studio G.
Yeah, at one point it was so cold, Frank was basically an icicle. And now he's glad he doesn't have to be on set wearing, well, I mean, I'm wearing pants today, but probably won't.
Yeah, you're right. It's very savory. It's very savory. And our olive has a little bit of feta in it, but your olive doesn't have to have any feta. It could just be a straight
a blue cheese olive.
Blue cheese or anything else like that. But yeah, I would go with, it's got actually like a little tinge of garlic in there too, but that might be from the olive itself.
Well, I mean, this is kind of spicy.
Yeah,
this probably has a little bit to do with the garlic flavor.
Oh yeah, that might be what I'm tasting. But yeah, so it's very good. It's very much like you said, tending a benefit for the snow leopards. It's kind of spit all over the place there. Tending the benefit for the snow leopards, where maybe the person drinking it has a snow leopard shawl on.
Yeah, right.
And they just don't get it. They can't put two and two together as to what their money's going towards.
Yeah.
They thought.
They just attend benefits because it's fashionable.
Right, exactly.
And they give $100 million to whatever benefit all their friends are.
But if you're in the business of schmoozing people at fundraisers, this might be your ticket in. Once again, might not call it a snow leopard, but the combination is pretty darn good.
It is tasty. So everybody, that is how you make the snow leopard. It is definitely for the people that if you like things that are spicy and you like cocktails that are a little bit more savory, this is definitely for anyone who likes martinis or Bloody Marys would probably really appreciate this drink. It's honestly, it's an odd combination, wild combination of flavors here, but I say it works. So next week, in honor of all things Memorial, we have our two battling cocktails are between the Home of the Brave and the Purple Heart. You decide who wins. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more great content, we have plenty of it. We have 53 episodes of our podcasting conversation, and a new episode of Stipulations comes out every Friday. Don't forget to miss it.